What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're not in peak week yet, which is great. We're 10 days out again. This is the first vlog post-show. We've had a few days mishap, which we'll talk about some other time. But for now, we're bringing you what you want. We're in with John. I cannot wait to go through this session. We had a session yesterday, which was really good to kind of get into the nits and grits of things. And we're going to do the same today. We're just going to keep you flying on the wall. This is John Jewett. This is Josh Bridgman. This is 10 days out. Let's go.
It's hard to do your setup with back because you can't really look at a mirror like you can push. At least like with a straight bar pull down, I don't even want to call it upper back, but it is like more like upper lat teres, right? Get some lower trap. But setup wise is what I do want to hit. So go ahead and like get in your position. Scoot the hips in more. Yeah. Now what I want you to do is lean back, and as you're leaning back, wait till you feel the tension like in their teres, like lat area.
Yeah.
And that's where you feel it?
Yeah.
That's your start point.
Just stay in that position.
Just lock it in, yeah.
Cool.
Now if we're trying to do like more like lower lat stuff, we need that elbow like tucked in that path position. Same thing, finding it. Like wait till you're like, if you got in a machine, hell, grab onto the handle. Now lean forward, and all of a sudden you keep leaning, eventually you kind of lose it. That's when it starts getting overhead. You have to internally rotate, you actually lose tension in the lat. So that's like start point lat is like here. Once you get like way overhead, that's when people lose it and they stay lost. And then they don't train their lower lats ever, so. There you go. So Josh and I train together. We're in different points in prep. I'm 6 weeks out from Olympia, and Josh is in between shows. So we have to be consideration for his training volume and where mine's at. But we still train together because for where he's at session-wise, he's already deloaded into his last show. So we can bring back training intensity so he can take his sets hard. However, my volume's higher because I have more recovery right now than him. So there'll be like one exercise that we drop out that he won't do. But otherwise our volume's pretty close. So we'll have 3 sets pretty much for each of our lifts. This pull session for us just has a little bit more of an upper back bias. So we start with a straight bar pull down, leaning back a bit more, which hits more of the upper lat, teres area, lower trap. Then we'll get into our like T-bar row, then even like a single arm lat row for some lat work. And our sessions pair up pretty well, but a consideration point for someone that is in prep and training with someone else, don't completely change your like new exercises because the novelty of it could cause a lot of like recovery debt that you have to pay back at some point. So we consider all these things training together and make sure like I don't push Josh too far to where we take that in a peak week and we're not peaking properly like we should. Maybe a little wider, huh?
Wider?
Yeah. No, like inch out. Like keep, yeah. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, you're like a little bit like bicep heavy, you know what I mean? Things I'm looking for when Josh is doing these is when he gets to the top of the row, looking at his wrist to elbow line up. Those wrists are inside the elbow, it can be more bicep heavy. So I have Josh like widen his grip up a little bit to keep it aligned towards focus on his back. Other things I look for with Josh is make sure that he's not rounding over in the top and keeping a good spinal brace for output of his back. The idea here is we're looking for full scapula protraction and retraction. So we're focusing more on like upper back now. I've had like micro cracks in my teeth and stuff. They're like, yeah, they're like, you either grind your teeth at night or maybe you bite while you're training. You're like, no, I don't bite while I train. I definitely bite while I train, so. Nice. Come on. There you go. Murdering. An hour Stairmaster, level 10, morning and night. Fuck. I'll just put a towel on my head and just.
Go to that place.
Yeah.
One more.
My first prep with Renee, she's like, holy shit, is this what it's like? Like, yeah. Just like, I'll do it, but.
That's the thing, we'll do it.
Of course. Yeah, there you go. You basically want the hip lined up with the cable. Yeah. Straighten up the torso. This way, there you go. Looks good. Twist in, you can keep it tight. What we're not having to do now is this to get it tight, which is not a stable position. So spine's locked in straight, we just twist a little bit and you keep it tight and locked in. And you're more lengthened that way too. It should be just a better for hypertrophy. No, you're all right. We're not gonna get minuscule, like, nuance about it. Do you feel your lat?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. But we've done that so much, we just want something different.
Yeah, fair enough. That'd be different over there. Very different.
We thought about maybe Costa Rica, or Puerto Rico, like the US territories, and just different. Just get an Airbnb and like just check the whole place out. I was really disappointed when we went to St. Lucia. We went to Sandals, which is supposed to be like the best. And no, it was very disappointing.
That's expensive as well.
And it was super expensive. The food was subpar. Service was bad. I think it's a cultural thing. Like they're real like laid back. They're not gonna be like, hey, good morning. Like Mexico, they're like very service oriented. Not there. So I'm like, hey, I'll tip them. Doesn't matter.
Because that's kind of on my list, St. Lucia.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was pretty, man. I wouldn't go back. So.
Good to know.
So like her family's on the Big Island, which Big Island's super cool. That's a cool like local experience with a variety of terrain. They have like one of the tallest mountains on the island. So you could go up and have snow. The same day go down to a black sand beach, a white sand beach, and a green sand beach. So it's completely different everywhere you go. It was like a tropical rainforest or solid lava field, right? Like super cool. Yes, it's good lighting. That's all it is. Yeah. Wait, are you doing rear delts or no? So Josh and I worked through our compound work, moving into our isolation work. So we tack on rear delts and biceps at the end of the pull. For us, like a nice convenience thing and saving time is doing some alternating sets with muscle groups that don't oppose one another. So we do hammer curl into, he does a dumbbell reverse fly. I'm doing a pec deck reverse fly. For one, it keeps us time efficient too, so we're not having to wait around for the same machines. I like starting with a hammer curl first, because a lot of people neglect the brachialis, and that's where in your side chest, you get that separation, your bicep to tricep. Also, if you have any like tendonitis stuff going on, it's a good position to work in and warm up the elbow before moving to something that's supinated, more bicep biased. Just alternate sets back and forth with rear delts and biceps, then move on to one more bicep exercise, then we'll part ways. Josh has hamstrings, and I have some trap work to do. So.
My arms don't need some more work.
Yeah, I was thinking at some point an arm day should probably be in there.
Yeah.
For you? At some point. No? Yeah. It's like, well, show you 15 pounds of stage weight. It's gonna be, yeah, I know, right? So it's like, well, how do you get there fastest? It's like, well, like back and legs, right? But I think how you develop a little bit probably in arms and back. In those shots, like quads are like hang in there with everyone else. Like I think just continued progress from there. They don't need like more focus or anything. I think you see like where do you get beat the most, right? Like man, those guys backs, right? So really hit back, and then from fronts and side shots, some arm. Everything else just come up at the same rate. The model that could work well for that is like a group collective. Give me the elbow a little more. Give me the elbow more. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that was killer. That was killer. Like, you'd be huge on stage. And it's still completely aesthetic, yeah?
If I wasn't doing that, I wasn't like that.
You're like, look at him down low and arms out. Like, have you seen like Leon? Leon? Yeah. It's double up here. Like, dude, it's all this gap. Like, you don't feel that in. All those guys next to you, they're all like this way, right? Yeah, there, right there.
That's so much more right.
Yeah.
I don't know why we more. I don't understand it.
No, some stages are way up, right? And then where is the lighting and elation? You don't know until you get out there. So these little stages, the judges are like right there, and you don't need to lean back much. So like you get the arm, the external rotation harder, right? So it's like trying to balance that out. If you ever need to gain that, like when you're like sideways here, like rather than like leaning back far, it's like, and you need to come forward, it's just like sinking the knees forward a bit more. Yeah. Elbow up. Yeah, there. So much bigger like that. That little bit.
Yeah.
Wide at the top.
Yeah. Alrighty, so there we go. Session with John. Really nice to like connect on a further level than just like, yeah, good week, bro. You know, kind of go and talk a little bit more stuff. Hope you guys got a good insight as to some of the decision-making process, some of the nuances between mine and his training, some of the things that we're thinking about, and even like a look into the off season. You know, what we're talking about, kind of building what we need to build in the off season and whatnot. But yeah, really excellent process from start to finish, and I'm very happy that we managed to get a couple sessions in now. I don't think we'll get another session in, but I'm glad that we got it on camera for you guys. So that's it. That's a full year with John, start to finish. huge difference in the physique. Maybe more importantly, mentally, which has been so important for me. So very thankful for John, very thankful for his time and his guidance. So yeah, we might leave this video here, just leave this with John. This is 10 days out. We might have 1 or 2 more videos before the next show day, but we are in the final chapters of The Time Is Now 2024. So sit back, relax, enjoy these. We've loved your feedback so far, and we've got so much more to come. Peace and love, everybody. Bye-bye.